His opponent from Pokemon Stadium, weighing in at 207 pounds, Kenny Omega!
Ladies and gentlemen, a Block A matchup here to be not kickoff, but actually I'm waiting for my commentary partner Brian Danielson to come join me. He's nowhere to be found, but I will try to go it alone until he gets here. This is a great way to continue on the tournament, a Block A matchup. Kenny Omega, the debuting superstar from up north in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, taking on the new guy, Brandon Bonham. Of course, Bonham made his Pro Wrestling Guerrilla debut earlier this year, and he has done nothing but great things since then. And he's looking to continue his undefeated streak here in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla in the Battle of Los Angeles tournament, and what a great way that would be to continue the undefeated streak. Omega calling for the handshake, or excuse me, Bonham calls for the handshake, but Omega slaps it away, and little Hiroshi Hase, a little Rick Rude there from Kenny Omega, spreading his essence here all over Southern California. Hold on one second, ladies and gentlemen. Before this match gets underway, let me try to find Brian Danielson. And the message was relayed. Hopefully Brian Danielson comes to join me as Kenny Omega and Brandon Bonham lock up here to kick off, to start off this match officially. Bonham getting the upper hand there and backing Omega into the corner. 3 count called by Rick Knox, and there we see Brandon Bonham giving Kenny Omega what for here in his debut. Bonham, of course, the new guy, as the fans have dubbed him, but very, very quickly catching on as a fan favorite. And Kenny Omega making his debut, hoping to catch fire, much like Brandon Bonham did, but only time will tell. To see a victory here in the opening round of the Battle of Los Angeles would definitely make a great impression on these fans here in Burbank.
You think it's like this? I think it's like this.
Oh, look at this! Jushin Thunder Liger style. Kenny Omega getting in the face of Brandon Bonham. In the corner, these antics are serving to undermine both men and their game plan going into this matchup. The lockup as Brandon Bonham takes him down into the side headlock. You see dragging Omega down, wrenching on that neck, wrenching on that head, trying to put the pressure on Kenny Omega and to really weaken his opponent and wear him down. Hey, Brian Danielson. Hola. How's it going?
It's going well. It's going well.
Haven't seen you in a while.
Yes. It's been a good 10 months since I've been here.
Yeah, after I pulled that trick on you.
Yeah, you're dastardly. You are a dastardly commissioner. I tell you what.
Sorry about that. I got to keep fan interest up.
Yeah.
Got to sell tapes. Got to DVDs.
DVDs.
Yeah. But what do you think about this match, friend?
Well, actually, I just walked in.
What do you think about these two gentlemen?
Well, I actually haven't seen Brandon too much. Kenny Omega, I've only seen a handful of times, but every time I've seen him, he's been very impressive. He has a beautiful, it's like a pop-up German suplex. I hope
Wrath, yes.
Yeah, I hope we get a chance to see him this match. And he's crafty too, holding on to Brandon's hair.
I thought you were going to say he has a beautiful head of hair.
Oh.
He does, though. Both men.
Well, yeah, both men have beautiful heads of hair.
Their tonsorial prowess is second to none.
Yes.
And Brandon Bonham going through reversing on Kenny Omega. In this match, you haven't, well, I don't want to say you haven't missed much, but it's been very, very evenly matched up so far. Omega using the hair once again.
That's straight out of World of Sport right there.
Going over the top of Brandon Bonham. Bonham puts on the brakes and pulls Kenny Omega into the side headlock. Now, Brian Danielson, of course, I would imagine that you are your pick to win the 2008 Battle of Los Angeles.
Right, yes.
Who do you see yourself facing in the finals?
Gosh, that's a tough question because there's so many good people in this year's field. I mean, Low-Key beat me for the belt back in January. He's going to be a strong challenger. He trips him right there.
Bonham and Omega. Oh, Bonham.
Is he surfing?
Surfing. He's from Pismo Beach now. And
Really?
So he's taking
I thought he was
surfing.
from Minnesota. I didn't
No.
even know they had beaches in Minnesota.
Well, it's Pismo Beach, Minnesota. But,
Oh, okay.
And he spends most of his time surfing. We like to think that Brandon Bonham's wits have been addled by the salty brine of the Pacific Ocean, but I mean, he is clearly a top-notch professional wrestler.
Oh, beautiful arm drag by Kenny Omega. And another one by Bonham.
Bonham returns in kind. Omega returns the favor. Charging in, and Bonham with an arm drag. Faked him out. And this is a continuation of what we saw earlier. These two men trying to undermine each other's game plan. Clothesline by Bonham taking Omega off his feet, then the back elbow. And really getting in each other's head. And Bonham using it to great effect as Omega was a bit dazed there. Knocked him over the top. And Brandon Bonham getting the crowd worked up.
Baseball slide misses.
Oh, knife edge chop by Kenny Omega. Brandon Bonham catching his breath on the outside.
Yeah, I'm hoping we see more matches like this where guys are really countering and beating each other up back and forth. That makes it much easier for me. If I can beat Davey Richards in 2 minutes, I'll have it easy.
Well, we were talking about in the first match.
Knife edge chop right into the post.
Brandon Bonham used a great outside of the ring awareness, ducking down and letting Kenny Omega again chops the post. And his hand has definitely got to be feeling the effects from that. Chuck Taylor had TJ Perkins in a head scissors on the ground about 3 minutes in, and it looked like TJ Perkins was very close to tapping.
A head scissors applied by the right man can be a very dangerous move.
So I've heard, and so I've seen on tapes. And I believe Brad Bradley would know about that.
Oh, yeah.
I think he fell victim to, was it you?
Yeah. I've tapped out many people with the head scissors.
And what is this? Bonham is really... Bonham is giving high fives to all the fans, and this is some audience participation, and that is the hand that had chopped the ring post, and so Kenny Omega definitely feeling the ill effects of the audience's adulation. Big high five. Now, is that interference? Should that be disqualification?
Well, I believe it should be. But I think Brandon Bonham is taking his eye off the ball here. You know, the goal of these matches is you've got to advance to win. You know, to win your match, you want to do it as quickly as possible, so your body's all rested up for the next round of the tournament. That's your aim in any of these matches.
So you think he's spending a little too much time lollygagging?
Yeah. I think there's a little too much lollygagging there, but that's just, if he's here to make a name for himself, maybe a little lollygagging isn't bad,
That's true. And Brandon Bonham, though, the lollygagging may have cost him. Over!
Kenny Omega is just so athletic.
He calls that the Kotaro Crusher as he just leapt over Brandon Bonham's head and just drove his face into the canvas.
Oh, my goodness. God, I've seen him wrestle a couple times. I've never seen him do that.
Kenny Omega, a fantastic athlete, and he does excel in the falls count anywhere type of match.
He might.
I believe he might have been a little wedgied there. Kenny Omega does have quite a bit of printing on the back of his trunks, the initial D style logo that he wears around his, or perhaps he was pulling up his trunks.
Oh yeah,
I believe he was. Yeah, he was away from the camera. Knife edge chop, and Omega really giving the fans something to remember. And I guess if you want to make an impression, this is what you got to do.
Right? Yeah.
And tosses Brandon Bonham for a ride. Kenny Omega does, and.
I mean, we've all been a little bit... He's pulling him up by his hair. Gosh, just standing on the hair, pulling him up. Yeah, we've all had wedgies before, right? But I don't know why you would give one to yourself.
Perhaps Kenny Omega thought this was a sumo tournament.
Yeah, that's possible.
The light heavyweight class. After wiping his posterior, he's using it to the sweat off of that to style the hair of Brandon Bonham. Look at this. This is obscene.
It looks like he's done that before. I don't think that's the first time Kenny Omega's pulled that move.
Kenny Omega, a lot of experience, and giving the Japanese schoolgirl peace sign to the fans.
Yeah, I hear he's a big fan of the Japanese schoolgirl. And you can see that in his wrestling style.
Kicking him in the side of the head. A soccer ball style kick.
He really missed him. That wasn't flush in the face.
This is an unkind camera angle.
Yeah.
This is not good. Hopefully you're getting the roving camera as Kenny Omega once again styling the hair of Brandon Bonham back. I'm not sure what he's doing as he.
All we can see is butt cheek.
And quite a bit of butt cheek. But you know what? I believe Kenny Omega, when he tans all over.
Yes, that is true.
That's what I.
As an aside here, I'd like to say that Rick Knox is a wonderful referee.
He is. He's the senior official in Brush and Grill. He represents us well. Every time he steps out there, and he really keeps the riffraff in line backstage.
Yeah.
By riffraff, I mean the referees.
Yes, he was right in there on that chin lock. See, Kenny Omega needs to put that in more with the elbow instead of the forearm if he really wants to give it more effect. And he hits the ropes, sunset flip.
Omega
rolls through. Oh!
He didn't hold on, and Brandon Bonham caught him on the side of the head with that kick. Hook of the leg and a cover. 2 count only for Brandon Bonham.
And again, Rick Knox was right there. What a wonderful referee.
He is. Hey, you voting Tuesday?
I am voting Tuesday.
You mind if I ask who you're voting for?
Yeah, I'm going to vote for Ralph Nader.
Really?
I'm throwing away my vote.
Wow. What a bad decision that
is. Yes.
I mean, not to criticize who you're voting for. But
right. Yeah. Oh, my God.
That was a back and neck breaker.
Oh.
And then a high angle drop kick.
Yeah, right in the coccyx.
2 count only. And I was going to make a joke there, but I think that joke makes itself. But really, Ralph Nader.
Well, no, I'm actually not going to vote for Ralph Nader. I'm from Washington State. I'm going to vote in Washington State. Our state is guaranteed going to go for Obama.
Yeah, as is California.
Yeah, so my vote here makes very little difference.
But
so I may actually vote for one of my friends.
You should. You could vote for Necrobutcher.
Yes, I could.
You know, he's a big Dennis Kucinich supporter, and so I think if Necrobutcher were elected by write-in vote, he would make Kucinich his vice president.
Really? If you were voted in by write-in votes, who would you have as your vice president?
Rick Knox.
Really?
Yeah, does a good job laying down the law. I think I could. That'd be four very easy years for me. A lot of hard work for Rick Knox, but you know, I think I'd be collecting that $100 and some odd grand, whatever the president gets. And, I'd be on my ranch at Walker, Texas, clearing brush, and Walker, Texas Ranger. That's what I was thinking. Okay. It's not Walker. It is. Where's Walker? Where his ranch is? Bushes.
I'm not sure.
Whatever. These two men trade shots in the center of the ring. Got a little off.
Let's ignore the action and talk about. Oh, that was right in the ball.
That was in the coccyx. The rolling soul butt caught him low. I believe Knox is going to let it go as unintentional.
Oh my God.
Oh, Gamangiri.
Jesus.
Caught him in the face.
When I was training kickboxing, I got spin kicked in the balls once, and I didn't get up for at least 10 minutes.
Brandon Bonham perhaps wearing a cup underneath.
It's very possible with those shorts.
That might be the only thing that the final could have bore the brunt of the blow. Kenny Omega goes to the corner. Great agility by Omega. Bonham, though, gets his boot up. Bonham up on the middle rope. Oh! Big stomps to the spine of Kenny Omega. Bonham hooks the leg. 2.
See, you got to make a deep recover.
2 count only. I think
he's got to cover both shoulders. You've got to press a man's shoulders to the mat.
He might still have been sucking wind from that
shot
to the coccyx.
Yes.
And so, that might have prevented him from getting a deeper cover. But, you're right. If he had pinned him all the way, I think that would have been it, and Brandon Bonham would have advanced in the A block. Kenny Omega reversing it. Brandon Bonham reversing it. Oh! Punched him in the midsection, caught him with an enziguri, and Omega staggers down, drops to the corner. The drop kick, counting it down. And Kenny Omega, stop time and space. Now he's got a hook dragon suplex out of your playbook. 2 count only. And still a little bit wedgied.
Yes.
Hopefully that's not on the hard cam.
Right.
But Brandon Bonham definitely feeling the effects of that low shot, and now feeling the effects of the dragon suplex. Bonham hasn't moved since he was able to kick out of the 3 count, and I think he might, he's trying to recuperate as much as he can before Omega continues on with his attack.
Yeah, Dragon Suplex is a dangerous move. If you land on your head, that could be it for you.
Oh, big back elbow in the corner. That was like a flashing back elbow, Keiji Muto style. If Keiji Muto were to not wait for his opponent to be on the bottom.
What a beautiful
shotgun drop kick off the top rope, almost a Masato Yoshino style. Yoshino, of course, will be in the 3-way later tonight, the first round 3-way match in this 17-man Battle of Los Angeles tournament.
My God.
We had to make it 17 men to fit you in. How about that?
Well, I think that's wonderful. I'm glad to be here.
And I'm glad you're glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're glad that I'm glad to be here. And we're both watching Kenny Omega with his wedgie.
I think he might have fixed it. I did fix it. To the great appreciation of the crowd. And yeah, Kenny Omega and his wedgie have really, I don't want to say won over the fans. Oh, going for the Hadouken. He's got it set up. That concentration of chi. Brendan Bonham had it well scouted. Up and over the top. No hands, crashing down on the outside.
See, that may prove to be a big mistake by Brandon Bonham. After he took that Dragon Suplex, it looked like he could have hit his neck against the cement there, his head against the cement.
Am I doing commentary with AJ Styles?
What's that?
Am I doing commentary with AJ Styles? The cement on the floor?
Why? What do you call it?
Cement? You corrected yourself. He says cement.
I think I say both. Sometimes I say cement.
Washington State is a terrible place, apparently.
Listen, we have the Seattle Seahawks, who just beat the San Francisco 49ers.
Hey, you know what? I have Joshua Wilson on my football team, fantasy football team, not my real football team, my fairy tale football team. And he had he ran one back. I won by 110 points. Oh! Kenny Omega is about to lose by 110 points as Bonham sits up. Drop kick in the corner. And you have the Oklahoma Thunder as well.
1, 2.
I'm just going to let that one pass under the bridge.
I don't even know what the Oklahoma Thunder is.
The Seattle Supersonics.
Oh, God, yeah. Nobody cares about the Sonics. That's why we let them go.
Oh, wow.
We cared
Except
back,
for Howard Schultz, who only cared when they were leaving.
Yeah, we cared in the days of Sean Kemp.
Oh, look at that.
Gary Payton.
Sean Kemp and his 75 illegitimate children.
I don't think Sean Kemp could have jumped that high. Jesus.
Bonham coming off the top. The Hadouken. You can see all the chi flowing into Kenny Omega's hands. Hadouken. He laid him out.
Head. I thought that was a fictional move.
No, it is completely real as he hits him with the Hadouken, and now Kenny Omega.
This is what I paid to see.
The Kreutz Wrath. Now Brandon Bonham, knee to the midsection. Pismo Beach Pulverizer. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my God, I would consider that a big upset.
A huge upset, especially after the Hadouken. Brian Danielson, thank you very much for joining my commentary. I believe you owe me about 3.5 minutes of the next match.